Hello everyone, my name is Joshua and this is the 122nd video of my video journal series. Today's date is Wednesday the 10th of June 2026. How's everyone been? I've been pretty good, thank you, and as you guessed by the title, I am quite tired and I got some limited sleep. Last night I was up watching a movie and I was thinking of doing a movie review tonight, but I might have to put it off tomorrow because yet again it is quite late. But I won't reveal what that movie is until tomorrow if I do the movie review. But obviously, I stayed up until like 2:30 a.m., even though I should have just, watched the movie earlier. But, I have to record this video journal series. Yet again, though, I can easily do it at like 6 o'clock. But for some reason, I stayed up all the way till like after I recorded the video journal and uploaded it to YouTube. It was like around 2:30 a.m. And then I had to wake up early this morning, so I only got like maybe like 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep, and yet again I was out all day just doing stuff that I needed to catch up upon, and I eventually ended the day hanging out at a bar with mates. I didn't have anything to drink because I was just like flat out, but yeah, really got my steps in today. Really got my feet working. I did a lot of like walking around today, and yeah, it's just worn me out. And plus, combine that with like limited amount of sleep, and you got a recipe for disaster. Yet again, though, I managed to cope. I had plenty to eat, drank lots of water, but it's just I really should go to bed earlier. But like I said, one moment's like 11 o'clock, and then bam, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, limited sleep. There have been times where I've gotten like limited sleep, like where I had to crunch for an assessment, just finishing up an assessment. I remember year 10, I did that twice, where I stayed up until like 2 o'clock, in the morning that an assignment was due, and just like really just doing like a crunch hour, just really doing it last minute, and just like hitting the bed afterwards and just like falling asleep like a log. And luckily, I haven't really done that since year 11, like early senior high school, university and all that. It's like you know, I've gotten everything done on time, so I really haven't pulled an all nighter in quite a while. But yet again, though, you get limited sleep, and then if you got to present that presentation, which you finish at 2 o'clock in the morning, you just wake up and you're like, oh, what the hell's going on? And I've done that before, and I've gotten like really good marks for those assignments, but like it's not worth the amount of stress that you have to put in last minute, get limited sleep, or you crunch for an exam, you sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you only get like 4 hours of sleep, and then you gotta wake up at 6, go to school. That is a recipe for disaster. In fact, sleep is very important, but I feel like I relegate sleep too much. I need to prioritize sleeping well. And luckily, I have nothing to do tomorrow nor Friday, so I'm just gonna spend those days at home, just sleeping in. And I really need to like decide on stuff I need to do with my free time. Um, you know, like focus on a single game or like a movie or television series. Because I keep on like you know flipping between forms of media and really get nothing done. So yeah, I guess time utilization has also been another thing that I've been trying to focus on, and also getting good amounts of sleep. But yeah, like now recording this, I'm like flat out on my feet, right? I think with these shoes, these Asics shoes, they're starting to lose their bounce. But yet again, I've walked like at least 400 kilometers in these. More likely towards 600 kilometers, maybe even 800 kilometers. Like, I do a lot of walking in these shoes. And they're starting to lose their bounce. The foam's getting a little bit tougher. But yet again, I don't blame them. They're good quality shoes. But I wear out my shoes very quickly. But yet again, I might wear these to like Supernova, and then I'll see where I go from there. I might retire these. And I did buy a new pair of shoes today. These exact pairs. I'm wearing the old ones right now, obviously, but I bought a new pair of Asics Gel 9 shoes, just in case these ones like break or deteriorate rapidly, and I always got like a fresh new pair. And yeah, I managed to get it for like a pretty good price as well. Um, because I'm not much of, I guess, a sneakerhead. I just like to buy shoes that are comfortable. To me, I don't see a difference between an $80 and $200 shoe. They both do the exact same function. Sure, the $200 one might be better material, better quality. Maybe you'll get a little bit more mileage out of it, but at the end of the day, a shoe's a shoe. Um, you know, and I've always found that even like lower um, tier shoes, the cheap ones, they do a very good job. And to be fair, with shoes, you got to change them out like at the minimum maybe once or twice a year, depending on how much you use them. If you use them for like daily wear, you eventually got to change them out because your foot size changes, the rubber on the outside wears out. It's not really good, I guess, having a shoe for more than like a year if you use it like daily um, or regularly. So that's why I don't really see the point in you know, really keeping onto shoes for a long amount of time. T-shirts are different, T-shirts, you can just get like a large or extra large size, and that thing will last you a long, long time. Underwear and socks, not so much. Underwear and socks, you always got to replace. Because it'll be unhygienic to keep a pair of underwear for like 20 years or socks for 20 years. But t-shirt, you can get away with it. You know. Um, and I guess like with jumpers and jeans, you can also get away with it, for like keeping them for a long amount of time. Um, same with like suits, but like all items of clothing, they slowly degrade. And I know I'm talking about clothing now, but I guess I closed the book on limited sleep for now, at least. I might, bring it up later if I have anything else to say about it. Um, but yeah, with clothing, sometimes I actually sleep in my clothes. If we're relating back to sleep, yeah, I know it's really bad to sleep in your clothes because you got like dirt and all that over it. But like some days, I'm just so tired, I literally just sleep in my clothes. And it's not the worst. It's somewhat comfortable. But yet again, it's not something I should be doing. But sometimes I've even slept in my work uniform. Not my fast food one, my retail one, because like fast food one would just be too messy. But yeah, I've really just slept in like my work shirt because like I just come home, I was just absolutely knackered. Um, Even with school uniform, I shamefully admit I've actually slept in my school uniform on at least a handful of occasions. Maybe like trousers and shirt, or maybe just a shirt, or maybe just the trousers. But like some parts of my school uniform, I actually just like slept, and then I wake up the next morning. I'm like, all right, I need to change now. Yet again, terrible, terrible things. But I've done. I've slept in my uniform before, basically. Um, and usually, you like yet again, it's just when you're that tired, you just don't feel like changing. You just go like hit the bed, if you automatically fall asleep. That's what I wish can happen to me every night, But some nights I have trouble trying to sleep. Um, so that's why I get limited hours of sleep because even though I go to bed at an early time, it takes me a while to settle in. And there's nothing I hate more than like going to bed, but you don't feel like you don't want to go to sleep. Your body feels too energetic at this point of the night, and you're just like, oh man, where can I go to sleep? You just try all the techniques, closing your eyes, counting sheep, but it still doesn't work. Um, so yeah, like it just depends on your sleep schedule. I know I'm starting to feel a little bit sleepy, and I need to get this video out on onto YouTube on time. So I won't keep this too long. If I really have to wrap up things, limited sleep, yeah, not a good thing. I'll always get plentiful hours of sleep. It just so happens that last night I was just watching a movie, planning on doing a movie review tonight, but I have to maybe push that back for tomorrow's video. And yet again, I've got to write like notes about that movie because I'm not very good with remembering the details. Um, so yeah, obviously I'll push that tomorrow. You'll see what movie it is, and yeah, I guess future me is now paying the price for me staying up to like 2:30 a.m. And getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. and having to wake up early and do a lot of physical activity today, lots of running around and even going out with friends. It takes a toll on your body. It takes a heavy toll on your body, and I feel like now when you're like out of high school, you really take like sleep for like granted. So when you're in like high school and all that, you gotta wake up so early. But when you go into uni or TAFE or whatever, you can sort of sleep in. You can sleep in. But then you gotta go back to waking up at like 6 o'clock for a 9 to 5 job. And yeah, it just sucks. I really wish I could just, hit the bed. As soon as I hit the bed, I just fall asleep, and then I wake up in the morning just feeling all energetic. I really wish. But it seems like tonight's going to be one of those nights where I just hit the bed and then that's it. I just automatically fall asleep. But yet again, there's a few things I need to do before bed. Browsing YouTube is not one of them, but it always seems to come like at the last minute. About to go to bed, but no, I just want to doom scroll YouTube. Yeah, there's a few chores I have to do before bed, like brush my teeth, have a shower, clean my room up a bit, then I can hit the bed. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling, and yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about limited sleep. You don't think it'll affect you now, but then you pay the price later. Just one more game, one more movie, one more episode, one more song, one more page, and chapter. And you think it's not a whole lot of time, but then you realize, oh yeah, it's too late, and then I'm gonna be cooked when I wake up in the morning. you know so yeah, my recommendation, yeah, plentiful sleep, right? You need sleep to operate. You need to recharge your batteries. That's what I like to say. But anyway, again, I apologize for this video being a little bit short, but I have to really get it out on time. I don't want to be late again. And yeah, hopefully I have a very good review in store for tomorrow. But that's all I have to say, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye, see ya, take care. Catch you all tomorrow.